Thanks to Lenovo for sponsoring the portion of this video. I can't believe I waited this long to buy gifts. Will this one get here? Not in time. Oh man, come on, next day delivery. Perfect. Found something. Woo! Man, I didn't think I was gonna make it. So holidays are obviously around the corner. You maybe got somebody you're looking to get a gift for and you don't know what to get them. My wife always tells me that I am impossible to buy a gift for, so I got your back. I'm gonna run through just a rapid fire list of what I think are really awesome products. Some have been on the channel, some I'm using in my everyday life from a wide variety of price points. We're just gonna fire them off, and hopefully in that list, you'll find the perfect gift for the person in your life. And of course, anything that you wanna buy, we'll link to them down below. All right, so let's start with the backpack. Everybody needs one. There were a ton that we could have picked. I went with the Bellroy Melbourne backpack. It's very similar to Peak Design, if ever you've seen one, but a bit more affordable. Come in two different sizes, either a 12 liter or an 18 liter. 12 liter is gonna fit a 13-inch laptop. The 18 will fit a 16-inch laptop, so pick accordingly. I dig the magnet snap top, flap for easy access, and the zipper access for quick grabs and stuff. It's comfortable, it's durable, holds a ton of stuff with a bunch of different compartments and sleeves for whatever you want. It's just a really good, really durable, all-around backpack. If you want to use it for a camera bag, they've got you covered. So maybe you want to get a new laptop. This video's sponsor, Lenovo, has Lenovo IdeaPad Duet 3i. It's a mouthful, but you're gonna get a lot for that long name. So first, it is an LTE-enabled 3-in-1 laptop. It's gonna give you all the versatility of a tablet and a laptop with a ton of power. So a lot of awesome design features. My favorite is probably the kickstand, so you can take it with you really easily. Snapping windows is always sort of my favorite Windows feature in there. You can also hide your webcam for privacy. It's perfect for small business or sort of taking it on the go. It's lightweight, versatile. I think it looks really good. It's got a Bluetooth connected keyboard as well that's detachable. So if you don't want to have it connected to it, you can just pull it off and type, which is a really cool thing to go if you want to use it in full tablet mode and just have like a keyboard on your lap. You have that option. Great for video calls, working on the go. If you're a student and you want to be able to take notes or watch videos, it's also going to come with 1 year of Microsoft 365. So with access to Microsoft's suite of products that are pretty awesome if you are a young professional or an older professional, entrepreneur, you got access to sort of the best of Microsoft and the best Lenovo. It boils down to a really light, powerful computer. It's going to be always on, always connected with LTE data that looks good and gives you extra functionality that I don't think you've had before. And again, if you want to check it out, link to it down below. All right, so we had to have a pair of headphones in here. I went with the brand new Beats Fit Pro. You get the benefits of AirPods, the same H1 chip that's in there, but unlike AirPods, you can actually pick the sound profile, which I think is really awesome. The ANC is really solid as well. I liked how these fit in my ear. I know some people don't like the stems that dangle down from the AirPods. My wife is like that. So these are sort of the opposite way of staying in. That's cool. If this doesn't work well for your ear, then you could swap AirPods in for this. So the best part of this whole thing is no lightning cable to charge it. It's USB Type-C, which is awesome, which you can fast charge with. On the downside, there's no wireless charging case, but for USB-C, that's a trade-off I'm willing to make, $200. All right, so this one seems obvious. AirTags, 29 bucks for one and $99 for four. We've got them, use them, you know what they do. You can track things. It's been awesome. I've got some in my kids' backpacks. I use some at home for when I travel. It's AirTags, you know what they are. But a surprising use for AirTags. Let's talk about the Elgato Apple Remote Sleeve. I use an Apple TV for one of my main TVs at home. The remote is bigger than before. My kids tend to lose it all the time. In fact, we thought they lost the remote, and it was a very frustrating experience. So the Elgato Apple Remote Sleeve fixes that. It's a silicone sleeve that goes inside the remote, so gives it a bit more heft, but there's a spot inside of it to put in one of those AirTags you just bought. So now if you use your remote, you can find it from your phone, and that's a feature that I've used way more times than I'm comfortable admitting. All right, so maybe you want to get a new TV. There's crazy TV deals going on right now. The new version of this guy. This is the TCL 65-inch 5 Series TV. So the new one is using QLED technology, which is awesome. It's sort of a refresh from their previous 5 series that had QLED, but this time they've made it even brighter. There are different versions available. There's Roku TV, there's Google TV. It appears now that since Google apps are available back on Roku, so like YouTube TV and the YouTube app, that they're phasing out the Google ones. Maybe even bigger discounts can be found on that. But obviously the Roku ones are obviously available. The picture looks awesome. They've got really, really bright colors, surprisingly deep blacks that are pretty close to OLED. The pricing is going to depend on, what sales are going on, but you can get one generally for like between $600-700, which is between $200 and $300 off the normal price. But if you already have a TV and maybe you want to add some extra functionality, I'm recommending really any of the Rokus. We use a bunch of Roku Ultras and Roku Sticks, and of course the little Google TV dongle. Really inexpensive, great ways to go. I watch YouTube TV, that's sort of how I get my TV. Both will work for that. The Roku will give you AirPlay, so if you're in the Apple ecosystem, you want to AirPlay and you don't want to shell out the bucks for an Apple TV, that's a great way to go. I prefer the remote on Roku, but I really like the cost of the Google TV dongle. Right now, it's $40. Remote's still pretty solid on it, and of course, Chromecast, all the other stuff built in. Okay, so next is the Rode VideoMic MEL. It's a lightning mic that obviously plugs into your iPhone. There's a USB-C version 2 for Android. It's this guy, and it's been absolutely awesome. So for about $70, you are getting an external, potentially a shotgun mic. It's gonna really help step up the video game. The mics on the iPhone are good. They're not great, but it does improve the audio. You can flip it around. It's really plug and play. Anytime I go anywhere, this guy is always in my bag. So we're gonna get a little fancy here. This is the DeLonghi Dominica Plus. I'm using this in conjunction with Cometeer coffee. This is a very fancy coffee machine that does a lot of different drinks. So it'll make milk-based drinks, whether you want to use traditional cow's milk or nut milks. It also has a drip coffee function, so it's like a regular coffee maker. It looks good, it's compact. I love that I can make 1-2 cups of coffee and not make a huge mess. You just get little espresso pucks. I really like the tech in it. It wasn't necessary. My coffee machine broke, and I've been looking for a ton of different coffee machines to get. This was like the least expensive of sort of the fancy all-in-one coffee machines. I did try the Terra Cafe, which I liked, but it didn't make like actual coffee very well. So this one does all the fancy drinks, plus makes regular coffee. You can find it on sale around $700-ish. Not cheap, but if you want to make your own like lattes and fancy drinks at home, you'll save a ton of money at Starbucks. Aside from coffee, I'm also trying to drink a lot of water, and I've been using water bottles by Mir. I never really thought much about water bottles, but I've really liked this one. I got one from a press trip, and I just kind of kept using it because it was just in front of me. I actually went out and bought 2 more on my own. They're aluminum bottles. They've got a texture on the outside. They wash really well. They hold 20 ounces of water. I try to drink 2 to 3 per day. They screw on really tight so I can put it in my bag and not worry about them leaking. They're durable. I've dropped them. They're just absolutely awesome. Maybe you don't need a water bottle, but I love it. It's things that I've been really enjoying. About $30 for the 20 ounce or $40 for 32 ounces. And I know not the cheapest out there. So back to some traditional tech. If you're in the market for a new phone, may I interest you in the Pixel 6 or the Pixel 6 Pro. I had a lot of time to spend with these devices, and the more I use them, the more they grew on me. Now they are far from perfect phones, but like all things Pixel, them cameras are bonkers, which is a huge reason to get this. And I think now we've got the best of Google. Seeing Android 12 on there, this seems like a full-featured stack from top to bottom. Google's own processor is really solid. I've had decent luck with battery life. My big knock on it is the in-screen fingerprint reader is not that great. If you can get past that and you're not in another ecosystem, Pixel 6 Pro is absolutely awesome. Recently, I was on a trip for Qualcomm with a bunch of other tech influencers, and you'd be shocked how many chose to use the Pixel 6 Pro, and they have access to pretty much every phone out there. It's an awesome, really well-rounded device. I think you guys will like it. All right, so this one we actually featured in a video. This is the Anker 633 magnet wireless charger. It's a mouthful. It's a 2-in-1 charging station. So the cool thing, it's a dock. You can just use MagSafe to attach to your iPhone 12 or 13. That's fine. It's not going to charge at super fast speeds, but it'll charge using Qi charger. And there's an extra charger at the base if you want to put AirPods, something else in there. It'll charge up to 25 watt speeds, which is awesome. But the best part is that you can detach a battery pack for on-the-go charging. It's gonna give you 5,000 extra milliamp hours. And you just put it back in the dock and you're good. So you're getting a dock, external battery pack, and then an extra place to charge something else. It's gonna cost $119. All right, so this one caught me off guard. It's the Moft wallet. This was actually featured in a video a while back. I've used the Apple Smart Wallet. I've generally liked it, but the problem that I've had with it is I can only fit maybe 4 cards if I'm lucky. The magnetizing on it wasn't that great, and then trying to get the cards out when it was stuffed was really difficult. So Moft took all of those things and generally improved on it. You could fit 1 more card. It's easy to get cards out of it. They even built in a stand to it so you can use it to prop up your phone. Save your money on the MagSafe wallet. The Moft wallet is absolutely the way to go. You get everything that the Apple MagSafe wallet can do for less money, plus way more functionality. If a magnet wallet's not your jam, or maybe you're not on an iPhone, Nomad, surprisingly, the folks who make some really good accessories, have a wallet. It's a really thin profile wallet that is surprisingly awesome, really durable. I love the folks at Nomad. I've worked with them for years, and I was really impressed with their wallet. So, what kind of wallet you want to get. All right, so maybe you're gonna buy a bunch of electronics. You're probably gonna have to plug all of those things in. And the best way to do that is with the GoSund Wi-Fi power strip. It's kind of weird talking about a power strip. You're gonna get 3 AC ports, 3 USB ports, Smart Assistant enabled for Alexa or Google, acts as a surge protector, no hub required here. You can schedule turning things on or off, and it's only 20 bucks, which that should sell you on it alone. Get a bunch of outlets, surge protector, even if you never use the smarts, that's pretty solid value right there. GoSund makes a really nice sort of swath of products, and I thought this one was kind of the best one for everybody. So, the most ridiculous tech on this list that really you don't need is a Simple Human voice-controlled sensor trash can. Again, very unnecessary, but it's probably the coolest thing that we have here in the studio. So, Simple Human makes a bunch of home accessories. It's got the usual, it's weird to say smart trash can style things. You can wave your hand over and open up. That's awesome, so you don't have to touch dirty trash cans. But you can use your voice. You can walk up to this thing and say, open bin, and it opens. Open bin. Close bin. And that has not gotten old. We've had this thing for about 6 months here in the studio. I love it. If you've got some disposable income or you want to get a gift that you know someone's not going to have, it's a really good way to go. So with Xbox Game Pass and streaming gaming becoming way more popular, you might want to get in on that. And Backbone, I think, is probably the best way to do it. So it's a controller that kind of clips on to your phone. Use it for iPhone or Android. It just turns your phone into a full-on gaming handset. No batteries required. It's got pass-through charging to your phone while you're gaming if you want it. It works really well for Apple Arcade, Xbox Game Pass. It's got its own ecosystem too, where you can save and upload your clips. Really low latency, has a headphone jack, and it's 99 bucks. If you travel, you just want to play your games wherever you are, Backbone is a really cool way to do it. We actually did a video on them, I don't know, something like it was like 2 years ago. This product's been out for a while. It's been revised and refined, and it's a really cool way to turn your phone into like a full-on either gaming console. So speaking of gaming, PS5 seems pretty obvious. Now, assuming you can find one, I love my PS5. I've used this more than I ever have before. It's actually my first PlayStation that's my main gaming console. And mostly it's been because of the controller. It is absolutely amazing. The haptics built in, the speakers built in. It feels like a next generation console because of the controller. There's obviously the really big, first party games that Sony has. For me, playing Spider-Man that I didn't get a chance to play on the PS4 was worth it. Got the sequel coming out soon. PS5 is awesome. They're slightly easier to find right now, so if you want to get a gift for somebody that doesn't have one, PS5. And speaking of games, how about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy? So if you have a new system or an existing one, you're gonna need some games for it. And this has been probably one of the favorite games that we've been playing right now. In fact, JD Prevost, who's behind the camera, said this game was, quote, better than Spider-Man. And he loved Spider-Man. So it's an action-adventure game where you control Star-Lord and direct the rest of the Guardians to help you battle. The combat system is really well done. The story is surprisingly great. For me, it's up there as some of the best Guardian comic storylines ever. The voice performances, they're not the MCU people, but they are very well done. Game capture, charm, comedy, everything you'd expect from the Guardians is here. His opinion, like I said, might be controversial, but according to JD, better than Spider-Man. So if you disagree, you could take it out with him. I don't want to spoil anything here, so all the footage shown is very early on in the game. But if you want a new game, look for Guardians of the Galaxy. And this one's easy. HomePod Mini, 99 bucks. New colors, yellow, orange, and blue available. It's a great way to listen to music. Use it as a speaker for your TV. I do recommend getting 2 of them if you want to do it that way. Or if you want to use it for phone calls, external speaker, whatever. You talk to Siri. It's a HomePod Mini. New colors, great price. You know all about it at this point. All right, so let's go a little upscale. How about the Peloton? During the pandemic, like a lot of Americans, my wife and I bought the Bike Plus. We've absolutely loved it. In all fairness, she's on it much more than I am. It's been a really awesome way to try to get in shape. She has a kind of a bad back, herniated disc, so she was worried that riding a bike would aggravate it. It's actually done the opposite. It's actually helped strengthen her back. She's on this thing 4 or 5 times a week. It's motivation for me to get my tubby self on it as well. Peloton is big for a reason. They're the best. The classes are amazing. The live classes are awesome. The community is solid, and the app is really good. But for times when I don't want to ride a bike, Tempo has been really awesome as well. It's for weightlifting and strength training. They've got a bunch of classes on there. It's a huge giant touchscreen with sensors built in. Actually can monitor your performance. It comes with all the weights that you need as well. It's a all-encompassing gym, and it'll tell you if your form's good, if you're doing something wrong so you don't hurt yourself. It's a great way to try to stay in some type of shape, except for the oval that I'm currently in. I mean, I talked about this one a lot too. Oura Ring Gen 3. This is a pretty awesome gift to get somebody who's hard to get a gift for. Or if you got an insomniac that wants to sort of work on their sleep health or general health, Oura Ring Gen 3 has been absolutely awesome. I can't sleep with a watch on. It's too big. When I put my hand under my pillow, it gets caught. So this is gonna give me a lot of data at night. My heart rate, body temperature, how I sleep, what type of sleep I got, and it's helped me sort of course correct my general nighttime activities because of it. So super cheap, one that I use probably 3 or 4 times a week. My Q garage door opener essentially is a little adapter. It goes on your garage door opener. It lets you control your door from your phone. It's very easy. I sometimes forget to close the garage door. Now I can go back and check. If I want to let somebody into my garage, I can do that. Actually, it'll integrate with Amazon. If you want delivery drivers to leave packages inside of your garage, they can do that. Installation is like 3 minutes. It is probably the easiest thing ever to install. Super cheap as well, and it gives you extra functionality and also extra peace of mind that I can always check to make sure my door is closed, or if I want to, open it from my phone. So that's a bunch of stuff that I've used in my daily life, and I think that you guys could use as well. Hopefully that'll trigger an idea for someone that you want to buy a gift for that you care about. Pricing on these things were all over the board. If you think we missed something, and there's a really awesome idea that you want people to know about, leave it in the comments down below.